Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This show's Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. You already know. I'm going to give a shout out to the OG Key Talk game members. And of course, a shout out to the newcomers. You know, talking about, come on in, hit that like button, and let's get the show started. So check it out, man. We got a couple different topics to talk about today. And the first topic we're going to talk about today is none other than Finesse2tymes. And then next, we're going to get into some YSL Woody because we're going to actually watch some videos together about Buddy. Anyway, so Finesse2tymes is in a way saying that he's on his deathbed. Now, the reason I say that is because the end of the sentence that he actually posted that's attached to the photos of him laying inside of the bed in the hospital right now. Everybody knows that previously Finesse2tymes got some type of surgery, right? A lot of people was labeling it as a BBL surgery, right? Obviously, it was some type of gastric bypass or something like that in order for Buddy to lose some type of weight, right? Now, does it look like he done lost the weight? Not at all. Not gonna cap about that at all. But even worse than not losing weight, it looks like Finesse2tymes is actually having complications from the surgery that he actually got, right? Which means he would have to change his lifestyle. He had to change what he eat. You can't be drinking, shouldn't be doing no type of my Zaza, none of that at all. But it does look like Finesse2tymes has still been doing what he's not supposed to do, right? Which is gonna further complicate the complications. Now, the reason I said something about the deathbed, I'm gonna read y'all what Buddy said, and then we're gonna look at the comment section, pretty much talking about what he said. And of course, this is all on my Instagram at Key Talk Media. If you don't follow me at Key Talk Media on Instagram, then you're missing out, right? So Finesse2tymes actually took to Instagram and he posted a picture. You should be able to see it right here on the screen. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for y'all. Oh, I made it smaller actually. Give me just a second here. Full screen there. Nah, I want to be on there as well. So let me put me at the bottom. So look, Finesse2tymes posted this on Instagram, right? Now, the post on Instagram, you can see him inside of the hospital bed, pretty much in two pictures. He's hooked up to some, not wires, but just the stuff they put on your arm. And then he wrote on the status, he said, "My stomach effed up, but I'm still drinking." Big mistake, first of all, right? Just by the first line, my stomach messed up, but I'm still drinking. That immediately makes people lose any type of sympathy because then they're like, okay, if your stomach messed up, why in the blue hell are you still drinking, right? We'll read the comment section. We'll see what they say about it. But he continued and he says, supposed to be putting my health first. I'm making sure everybody else good. I'm supposed to be putting myself first. When I wake up, my heart beating fast. Dizzy, all I can think about is Beat King. Now, some people had some issues with him mentioning Beat King inside of this status as well. Everybody does know RIP Beat King. He actually did pass away from embolism, pretty much something that has to do with his heart, like a blood clot pretty much coming inside of his heart. Potentially due to his actual, whether it be eating habits or whatever it may be, right? He did unfortunately passed away. He's a Texas legend, RIP Beat King. So Finesse2tymes pretty much said that he feels like Beat King. He feel every time he wakes up, he feels like Beat King because his heart be beating all fast and he knows that his health is bad, right? Now, the difference between him and Beat King, which I saw somebody say this in the comment section, Beat King didn't really have any type of gastric surgery, gastric bypass, or whatever it may be, right? Beat King kind of just started to eat healthy because Beat King did slim down a lot. He was actually much bigger, but he slimmed down like a whole lot, right? Now, the very fact that he did actually slim down a lot shows that he was trying to put his health first and he was taking the initiatives and the steps to put his health first. Finesse2tymes on the other end, it doesn't look like that he done lost some weight, which to the public eye will look like he may not be putting as much effort in onto losing the weight or to taking care of his health, especially seeing the fact that his first line said, "My stomach effed up, but I'm still drinking," right? So that just, I don't know, just certain stuff you probably shouldn't say it how say it like that because it's just gonna bring a lot of hate. I can tell just by reading this what the type of comments that it would actually bring, right? Which we will get to the comments. But I'm gonna continue. He says, "My heart beat fast. I feel like Beat King. How he warned us and cried out for help." Now, this is a very crucial part because now he's saying that he feels like Beat King because Beat King cried out for help. There was an interview that was circulating where Beat King actually did mention something to the degree of his health, that he wanted to take care of his health because he was just feeling particular stuff that he just felt like someone gonna go right. So he began to try to take care of himself more, right? And that's pretty much what Finesse2tymes is saying. So in a way, Finesse2tymes is saying that he himself is actually crying out for help. Now, the thing about saying that he's crying out for help is like people isn't taking it that because of that first sentence that he actually said, right? I'm going to continue. It says, they ain't got to give me my flowers. Long as the ones here with me do, I'm okay. I'll smile from heaven. So when he says I'll smile from heaven, the line before that he say something about Beat King tried to warn us and he was crying out for help. And now the next line, he's pretty much saying that, he'll smile from heaven. That gives me deathbed vibes, right? That gives me I'm about to check out vibes. That gives me I'm trying to tell y'all that I could potentially die, but I ain't trying to just tell y'all that I'm about to potentially die, right? Now, of course, nobody wouldn't wish death on nobody at all, but just the way that this sounds very, very dark. It sounds very, very, very dark. But let's read the comments, right? So the comment section says, first person says, not he posed and laugh out loud. And that's because he got his hand on top of his head, kind of like that. So it's kind of like he's looking forward to the picture. The next person said, attention addicts will go far and beyond desperate measures to seek attention. And the next person said, instead of is really pissing me off. Now, the crazy part about it is he actually do say a lot, like when he's actually talking. So he's actually texting how he actually talk, right? BBL gone wrong. He dry mentioned Beat King. So see, there are people that having some issues with the fact that they did mention Beat King, which I told y'all that by reading this, I can tell some people will say something, right? And then he said complications with his tummy. Oh, that's what I said, complications with his tummy. And he said pulmonary embolism, which that's what Beat King actually passed away from, right? Ain't the same as what two titties got going on. Leave Beat King out of this. So it's honestly, I'm not even gonna read the rest of the comments. The comments is literally full of dissing and hating and stuff like that. I think there's maybe like max 10 comments and not even that of people saying like, oh, get better or something like that, which is insane, right? I mean, I would never, when somebody's making a post like this, of course, it's the internet. People in the internet gonna do what they want to do. But I'm just here to read the story and what people are actually saying. Personally, I would just say, hey man, I hope you get better. You never want to wish death on nobody because you never know when your time is, right? So, but yeah, I ain't gonna cap. The comment section is horrible. Like, so if you want to read the rest of the comments, go to my Instagram at Key Talk Media, and y'all can actually see it because I ain't gonna finish reading them anyways. But aside from Finesse2tymes and having his complications with what y'all call a BBL, but it's really like a gastric bypass or whatever it may be, right? And actually, he's been posting videos as if he's been eating healthy. He's been posting some workout videos like he's been working out. Maybe that's just been for the gram, though. You never really know what's actually going on inside of somebody's life outside of Instagram and stuff like that, right? So with that being said, best of luck to Finesse2tymes. Do hope you get better. You came out of jail. You made some dope songs. I hope you're able to continue making some dope songs and that, you get better health-wise, right? Anyways, so last but not least, we got to talk about YSL Woody. So YSL Woody was in court again today. Of course, y'all know he's Mr. I don't recall, man, because that's all he's been saying on the stand. But today, they actually played a phone call in which YSL Woody, this phone call was just before he asked Young Thug to actually get him a lawyer, right? But on his phone call that they played in court in front of Young Thug and everybody else that he actually snitched on, you can actually hear him on a phone call saying that the feds about to get him out of jail, but in order for them to get him out of jail, he has to set up Young Thug. Now, of course, on the stand, he said he don't recall all this, but it is on the jail phone, and he's telling this to some girl, and he even dragged somebody named Lil D into it and said Lil D agreed to actually help him set up Young Thug and the rest of his crew as well, right? So I'm gonna watch that video with y'all so we can kind of go over it. I ain't gonna cap. I'm actually super happy that I can watch videos with y'all now. Like, we gonna elevate this platform a lot. Here goes the video. Let's watch it together or listen to it together, right?
Yeah.
Shit, they gonna out now. They gonna get me out. You did.
Who gonna get you out?
They
Who?
the police.
It's crazy because right as he said that they about to get me out, and she said, who? If you look at his face, he kind of did like a little smirk. Like I don't know if that smirk is like, dang, I'm having to like hear this phone call in front of the people that I'm snitching on right now. So it's kind of like maybe super awkward for him to have to do that. I mean, he got his head down. You see, he's got his eyes closed, his head down. Let me make the screen bigger for you. He got his head down, eyes closed. He ain't trying to look them in the eyes on this part literally at all. But yeah, let's finish listening to it.
Gonna come get you out?
Yeah.
And they gonna take you out?
They gonna contact you to another jail, but they gonna come get me out and I'm shit throwing them up.
Take you right away?
Shit throwing them up. So I got them. I mean, I ain't had nothing to do with none of this shit. So I mean,
So you told him?
yeah. You think I go to jail? Something I ain't do, bro. Them folks, man, folks talking about 15 years already, bro. I'm gonna be here for my and
That's the football numbers. Listen, it don't matter how tough you is in the streets. Of course, they did say that YSL Woody was really out here sliding, but it don't matter how tough you is in the streets and none of that. When you hear 15 years, and then also you got kids, and like he said, I ain't gonna be away from my kids, and I ain't gonna be away from you. You know, to my, I ain't trying to spend no 15 years inside of the gym. So you know that's why there's a whole lot of rats and snitches inside of the streets is because of these numbers that they heard. They're not trying to be doing all that time. Like you think people that chose not to live by the actual law of the land, law of the world, and decide to go live in the law of the streets is gonna actually abide by all those rules as well, because it's worse rules in the streets than it is in just regular living. You know what I'm talking about? So it gonna break each and every. You're always gonna have somebody like YSL Woody who ready to break each and every rule, law, code, whatever it may be, to make sure that he back able to be with his family. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
so, but I need to help me, right?
You need what?
I need to help.
You need Ladie to help you?
Yeah.
What Ladie?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, yeah, okay. Say okay.
I just talked to him. He said he's gonna help me though.
You just talked to him, he said it.
Yeah, he said it. I had close. I called him. I was telling him what.
He was telling her what?
I told him he's like gonna help. Like yeah.
Well, hey, whoever Ladie is, hey man, Ladie better duck his taco. You know what I'm talking about? Because now Woody done put it on a call that he done. You know, of course, he didn't know that anybody was. Actually, I can't say. You actually can't say that he don't know that nobody's listening to him on a jail call, because all the jail calls are recorded and everybody know it. Literally, the lady before literally says the call is recorded or something like that. So, you know, I'm talking about maybe he just didn't expect it to all come out in court like this. But doing all this snitching, you got to know that Thug and them is going to eventually get arrested and get in trouble. So, and this is going to be brought up. I don't know if he thought maybe they would just never play this in court because he was a witness or whatever like that, or snitch. But then you ain't cooperating on the stand. They're going to try to play everything as much as they can. You know, I'm talking about to sway the jury on how the jury's feeling. You know, I'm talking about.
So all that girl told is lead up to you?
Yeah, because the fed different from the state.
Yeah.
But they told me long as I help him, they're gonna help me. You feel?
Yeah.
But that's why it's like shit. If I leave state, you'll leave with because they just have to take me out of state. Yeah.
They gonna have to take you. Why? So they gonna know you did.
Yeah, they gonna have. Nah, they ain't gonna know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gonna take that away so much. Be clear about it. They gonna make sure all look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shit.
And if y'all didn't hear what he just said, YSL Woody said that when he does the snitching and set Young Thug and them up and get them locked away for who knows how many years, that the feds were gonna move them out the state. He said they're gonna make sure that all of us are good. Whenever he says they're gonna make sure that all of us is good, he's definitely meaning like going into like some type of witness protection or something like that. I don't know if y'all caught on to that, but that's what he meant.
I mean, I'm just telling you this. They did between me and you. Don't tell nobody. So I know you ain't gonna tell nobody. I'll just tell you. I mean.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell you text. They want to stay in contact. They gonna stay in contact with you, and they gonna let me know what's going on. So, but I mean, you're gonna tell me big, so I can let you know what's going on. So.
They will.
So I'll just tell you, let you know what's going on.
I think you should just wait it out and see.
That's what.
What?
They should.
Yeah.
You for that.
So.
Yeah, I just know I ain't take her. I ain't want you to be worried and like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
now that was kind of crazy. It sounded like he whispered, like, "Did you F Thug?" Like, I guess that she do the hunt talking about with Young Thug, and he said that's why he didn't want to tell her at first or something like that. I don't know, just insane. Either way it goes, Buddy just pretty much admitted that he was about to set them up. Though, do I think this is going to interfere? That's enough for the video. So here's the question that I got now. Right? Do I think that after hearing them literally on the phone saying how he was going to set up Young Thug and them, do I think that's going to have any type of effect on how people is going to look at YSL Woody? No. Why? Because the internet cares about being entertained. They don't care about if you're a snitch or not. The streets has its rules and the internet has its rules. The street rules, you're not supposed to snitch, all this other crazy stuff. The internet rules, you just entertain, get paid, make money. That's how pretty much the internet works, right? People already know that he done did some snitching. And when the interrogation footage came out, that's when he was first being called a rat and a snitch, right? Because that long interrogation footage where he was checking his posts and stuff like that, and people was at odds with him. But whenever he got on the stand and started to refuse to talk and made people laugh and was entertaining, that's what made people forget. Well, not even so much forget, but just overlook it because they were why entertaining, laughing, right? So, with all that being said, bro, we just gonna have to see how it all goes, man. Wish the best of luck for Young Thug, and we'll see how it goes for YSL Woody. And then last but not least, well, we pretty much went over both of the topics today. Anyways, let me know something coming up below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.